Brian. So you guys had a great game tonight. What were your goals going into the game, and how do you feel like the time off the court in the past few months has affected your mindset for these games?
I think going into the game, we just were really focused on playing together as a team and then just working on everything like we did in the fall and just picking right back up.
Sorry, and then I have another question for you.
Okay.
Y'all had some really good runs throughout all the sets today. So what did you guys do specifically to keep up the momentum throughout the game?
I think just bringing in a lot of energy, just making really big plays and just not taking any plays off really helped us get a lot of momentum in the first two sets. So, I mean, just really just putting our foot on the gas was just really important.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, Brian, why don't you talk a little bit about bouncing back after losing that third set, how you came together in the fourth?
Mhm. So, yeah, I guess that's like that. We just have to put behind us really fast and just have, honestly, I could just say like act like it never happened, and then just starting off really strong in the fourth set, which I think we did a really good job of just putting it behind us and just moving forward.
Feel good to be back in the Irwin Center after a few months away?
Yes, it definitely does feel good to be back. I was excited to see a nice little crowd too.
Great, thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Bree.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Big 12 conference is in a really challenging position because the other conferences have already been playing basically 2 months. In this sport, it takes you some time to kind of ramp up and get some fluidity to it. Obviously, the winter storm not practicing for a full week. So we haven't had a lot of time to gel and trying to figure out some different lineups. But at the end of the day, you want to be in these situations, you want to be in stressful situations, and you want to see kind of where we performed. The area that we worked on all week was our out-of-system blocking. I thought we did a much better job. It was nice to see that we got Presley early, and that kind of controlled the initial stages. And I thought we did a nice job game 1 and 2. I thought we got completely competed in game 3. We just let off the gas, which was a little disappointing for me. Can't be doing it at this level, and so that's a lack of maturity. It's an area that we've got to really grow on. That's what I address my team on right now. But we responded great, and we made a lineup change and did a nice job. But I thought that we had some really good performances. I thought Logan was really good. I thought Jenna played some of the best defense she's played at Texas. We got Bree involved, which we want to be able to do. The previous 2 matches, I think she had a total of 15 sets. And so tonight she had, I think it was 21 or something of that nature. Yep. And, it was good. So something to grow on and a much needed win on.
Thank you, Coach. Go ahead, folks, put your raise hand function up and we'll roll through some questions. Maya, you can start us off.
All right. So Coach, you guys have been really, really strong to start off this second part of the season. But what I want to know is how have the last few months looked off the court behind closed doors? Like, what has training looked like? What is the emotional toll these unprecedented circumstances, to use an overused term, but how have all these circumstances looked for y'all off the court and training and everything to stay this sharp? Because you guys have been red hot. So what has that been like for y'all?
Well, it's been challenging. I mean, there's 2 parts of this. There's the emotional health and then there's the physical health. And as soon as we were done, basically in the fall, most of our players went home and they didn't come back till about January 17th. And the NCAA only allowed us to have 8 weeks to kind of ramp back up. So with that amount of time, almost 2 months off, our legs take time to kind of get back to that peaking position. And so what we are doing right now is working hard with our sports science, kind of monitoring how hard we're training. So it's not as long as we'd like, but we're trying to make it short and good and clean as we get stronger and stronger. And so those are the challenges that we face. We had a 20-hour week, and then we had an 8-hour week, and then we had the snowstorm, and then we had about a 15-hour week, a short week before Oklahoma, and then a really 1.5 practices before tonight. So not a lot of time yet. So there's some things that we can work on and get better. But overall, it's a tribute to our team and the way they worked. They worked really hard at home. They worked over the winter storm with our coaching staff, not our coaching staff, our strength coach, to do some Zoom and yoga and all that stuff and strength and conditioning, and they did a nice job. But that's our biggest challenge right now. Can we get them up to speed in this short amount of time? And it's great that we're having these opportunities to play these matches, and I feel like we can get there.
And did y'all learn anything from tonight's game that you definitely want to take note of and improve on in the next matches?
Yeah, now we better follow Sark's theme, all gas. We weren't all gas. Games 1, 2, and 4 we were, but not game 3.
Hey, Coach, why don't you talk a little bit about how you did come out the first couple of sets and how you felt about the start?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I felt really good about the start. You know, we knew it was a little bit uneasy. I think we have some players that were new and playing in this big arena for the first time and playing some nerves. But the area that we were focused on from our game plan, setting our middles and opposites early, we were able to execute. It really opened things up with Logan and our offense. And, you know, I thought we were able to play some good defense. But one of the big factors that you have to be good at for the NCAA tournament, I know our fans go crazy when we miss serves, but you got to put pressure on teams and get them off the net because there's just too many good live arms. So I thought we did that. I thought we went on some nice serving runs. You know, I think we had a few players that missed quite a few serves. I know that Logan did, but she was almost 1-to-1, and you take that all day long on a 1-to-1 ratio. But I felt really good about what we're doing for the short amount of time that we've had.
And you got to feel pretty good about having a matchup like this early on in the spring before you get ready. What did it feel like to play against a high caliber opponent?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to play good competition and someone that's, you know, really well coached in that situation. You know, I thought we would have a little bit one more week before that storm hit, but you know, it was short. Our team did a great job of preparing for it. And again, we can't get enough tough matches in. We need to get them in situations and stressful situations because the NCAA tournament is all about stress and how you react to it. So I'm happy that we set these matches up.
And last thing, how about being back in the Irwin Center and playing in this environment a little bit?
Yeah, the fans were great coming out. The number of fans that we were permitted, I think every one of them probably came. It was nice playing in a big arena instead of a high school gym. And it just, you know, we take some joy and some pride in just being able to play right now. With all the craziness goes on, this gives some normalcy to our team, to our staff, to everybody involved. And it's a really good group of young women. And so the coaching side of it and the mental side of it are the key components to our success. But if we can get to that point and they can get a little bit grittier for longer periods of time, they're going to continue to grow and develop and put them in a position to survive and advance one night at a time.